News right now, we know the trial date for the man accused of killing Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Prosecutors say Hernandez Govan was the mastermind in the killing back in November of 2021. ABC 24's Scott Mattis is here now with details as lawyers on both sides prepare to make their case to a jury. Good evening, Scott.
Well, good evening to you, Richard. Today was the last day, like you said, that Govan and his defense team had to accept that plea deal from prosecutors, and that's why a trial date has now been set. Now, the prosecution, well, they say Govan was the one who recruited the shooters to kill Young Dolph, while the defense says otherwise.
Everybody who is involved are responsible for this murder, and we're going to make sure that everybody who is involved gets justice.
Friday morning inside a Shelby County court, Hernandez Govan pled not guilty for what the county says was his role in the 2021 murder of Young Dolph.
We nonetheless are confident that we're going to be able to prove every element of the offenses that we've charged. We'll be able to prove our case beyond a reasonable doubt. And, whether we resolve this case through a plea or a trial, we're ready to seek justice in this case.
Prosecutors say that Govan was the one to introduce the alleged shooters Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith to Big Juke, who the prosecution said put a $100,000 hit out on Young Dolph.
The charges are at trial. There's a conspiracy count that for him carries up to 40 years. There is the murder count that carries life in prison.
We're pleading not guilty in this case, and we'll get to trial on July 28th.
But Manny Aurora, Govan's attorney, says his client is not guilty of the murder or the conspiracy charges, and he is not the mastermind of Young Dolph's murder.
There's all been rumors about he's this or he's that, and I think hopefully we can put all that stuff to bed.
And while the trial is nearly 7 months away, prosecutors say they have taken proactive actions to make sure that Govan is monitored before the trial. And the defense says they will not seek a jury from a different part of the state.
He's under supervision by an agency that supervises him. He has restrictions on where he can go, when he can be there. It's something that we constantly monitor.
I trust the folks in Memphis. We'll have a good jury selection, and we'll make sure we get the best, most independent, impartial jurors that we can.
All right, now you might remember Govan did not testify in the trial against Justin Johnson, who of course was found guilty in Young Dolph's murder. Now Johnson was ultimately sentenced to life in prison plus an additional 35 years. Live in studio, I'm Scott Mattis. Richard.